Good evening. A two-car accident took the lives of not only a police officer, but a dad and his teenage son. Those who knew him say Jeremiah Christner was a real friend to his community. 27 First News anchor Dave Sass went to Greenville to talk to people who noticed his love for his family and his job. He joins us now with our top story tonight.
Well, Greenville's a bit shaken up. Jeremiah Christner wasn't on the beat today, but I walked into 4 stores on the main road tonight. Everyone knew him. They had a connection to him, just like he had to them and his family.
Jeremiah was not only a good, dedicated officer, but he was also a very caring, compassionate guy. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better husband, father, community individual.
Greenville was quick to start remembering the lives of Jeremiah Christner and his 17-year-old son, Jeremiah Jr. This is the vehicle they were riding in this morning, which crashed. State police say the 41-year-old was driving with his 17-year-old son on Greenville Road. He came down a hill before losing control around a curve and spinning sideways across the center line, hitting a truck.
What I'm going to remember most about Mr. Christner is his involvement in the community and how much he truly loved being involved in all of the kids' lives. His children were his life.
One of Officer Christner's favorite places? Well, it was here at Pizza Joe's, and that led to an interesting talk with an employee in 2006, right before that Steelers-Seahawks Super Bowl. You see, Officer Christner had lived in Seattle before.
I came running up and I was like, oh my gosh, they made it, they made it. He cracked up. He's like, I don't know who to cheer for. And it was, yeah, he was a great guy. He was always very fun to be around.
And now Greenville is mourning the lives of the Christners, a teenager with so many great years ahead and a man who dedicated his life as a public servant.
A couple weeks ago, we had our Shakelyville Fair, and he came to the community. He came to the fair to support it, just like he always does every year. And he was just really heartbroken because he had just come from a really bad car accident where he actually had tried to save a man's life, and his devastation, just the impact that his job had on his life. You could tell how much he cared about his job.
What a story, and after hearing that one, pretty easy to understand why the Greenville Police Chief and none of the other officers were ready to talk about Jeremiah just yet. They were still grieving. Jeremiah Christner, by the way, had just been honored recently for 10 years of service as a borough police officer.